Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Nice to see everyone joining. We got a whole bunch of people joining all at once, so this is good. So nice to see everyone. I'm in a little bit of a different venue today. I'm actually in a car, but I'm not driving. So I wanted to make sure everybody knew that. I have to go to an appointment and it just was something that couldn't be rescheduled and I didn't want to miss time with everyone. So here we are. Making it work from wherever. Technology is a beautiful thing. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Mind the Moment's Thursday morning gathering, brought to you by Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare and Tufts Health Plan. And this is a place where we invite experienced mindfulness instructors to speak with us about what mindfulness means to them and to discuss as a community how we can incorporate these practices into our daily lives. I'm Suzanne Rowe Palacino. I am here with the stationary Tara Healey. She's keeping us all grounded while I'm in motion. So nice to have you here, Tara. Good morning.
Thank you, Suzanne. Great to be here with you and with everyone. So welcome.
Yeah, it's wonderful to be here. So today, Tara will start us off with a question, as we always do, and then she'll lead us in about a 12-minute guided practice. So if anyone is new this morning, as far as the guidance goes, Tara will lead you through the entire practice. So no worries if you're new, everything will be explained. And they'll have a little bit of time, of silent time as well. So we can have that time to practice that modality. So it'll be a good mix of silence and guidance. So if you go to the bottom of your screen and open up the chat, and then once you open up the chat, you'll see the blue drop-down menu, and that will allow you to click the drop-down and click on everyone if you'd like everyone to see your comments once the question is asked. And then we'll also have time at the end, likely to have Q&A. So if you think of anything that comes to mind that you're curious about, you can even type that in the chat and have that ready to share later on. All right, Tara, so what's the question this morning?
Yeah. So the other day, I came upon a story that I had forgotten about, but often in the early years of teaching, I used to build this story in. Some of you are probably likely familiar with it. But in 2007, the Washington Post ran what they called a social experiment. And they put Joshua Bell in the metro in DC. Now, Joshua Bell is one of the best violinists in the world. And he was playing a violin worth $3.5 million. And he was going to be playing a Bach piece that's one of the most complicated pieces of music. And so what they put him in there for 45 minutes and they had the cameras going and they just kind of watched what happened. So it was a social experiment. And over 1,000 people passed by. 27 dropped money and kept walking, and 7 people stood and watched him. So this is, again, one of the best violinists in the world, playing a violin worth $3.5 million, playing some of the most complex music ever written. And I started thinking, and it was kind of a nice reminder. And I started thinking about how distracted we often are and how much our attention is pulled and what we might be missing as a result of that. So oops, I
Tara,
just realized, was I muted that whole time?
No, just for a second.
Just for a second, okay. So my question is, what might you be missing? And what impact does a distracted mind, or what impact might a distracted mind have on you? What might you be missing in your life as a result of that? So let me put that in the, okay, so I just put that in the chat. So what impact might a distracted mind have on you? What might you be missing? And so Suzanne, and it's clearly not just one thing, it could be a few things, but what comes to mind for you? And Suzanne, we'll start with you.
I I have to say, I feel that it would be nature and the beauty of nature. I do try to connect with that as much as possible.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
are so many times when I'm, walking my dog and I know I have to be somewhere. And that's, now that I think about it, it just connecting with my dog sometimes is
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
walk with him, I find that I am very goal oriented. I want him to do his business,
Yes, yes,
and I
yes.
might not be connecting with the dog as much. So
Right.
that's something I feel like now I think about it, that's the one.
Okay.
And he's not going to be, dogs don't last forever. So,
Oh,
I have to savor this time.
right,
So,
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Squirrel. John is so funny. Yeah. So yeah. How about you, Tara?
Yeah, so it's funny because as I started, as I was remembering the story and started thinking for myself, what might I be missing? Part of what came to mind is I'm not even sure what I might be missing. Um, but the other thing I thought about also is that there's been so much sorrow in the world of late, and locally in Massachusetts. um, in Memphis, like there's so much difficulty in the world. And, I think that I could find myself distracting. So not having to feel some of the impact of the sorrow, but really the importance of feeling deeply into some of this tragedy and difficulty. And yeah, so wanting to be able to show up fully for that. um
Yeah,
yeah.
so timely too. We had our web meeting yesterday and we spoke about grief and
Yes, yes.
yeah, there's
And it's easy to keep
so much out.
distracted, right? Like, and
Yes.
then distraction becomes a habit pattern of mind.
Yeah. And I think we're taught to just, okay, no, just don't think about it. Just push it
Right,
away,
right.
just move on.
Yeah,
There's nothing you can do about it. That's not
yeah,
true,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, I totally understand that, Tara.
Yeah, so it just
Um,
numbs, it's almost numbs. And so, I'm not wanting that. Yeah. And trying to find the balance between maintaining my own equilibrium, sense of groundedness, and also feeling deeply into what's going on in the world. But let's see what
yeah,
others have said.
there's so much. There's so much.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, treasured moments with family. Quiet of the pandemic has helped appreciate nature.
Yeah.
Bird songs, yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yes. Yes.
What other people are feeling or needing
Yeah.
because of distraction, yeah. Bits of conversation. Mr. Squirrel. I just love that, John. It's so funny.
I know.
Missed opportunity to connect with people. Makes it harder to be an active
Well,
listener.
actually, Julia, I have to say, so yesterday I taught a mindful listening class for our employees. That was the theme, and was not being able to really listen well because their mind is pulled in so many directions. And yeah, I've taught this class a lot, but that was almost every person talked about that.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, totally. Um, Less memories of special events,
yeah,
moments. It's, yeah, conversations and distraction can lead to feeling
yeah,
scattered, anxiety that can bring on anxiety. That's really true. Really
yeah,
true.
yeah,
Yeah, they're saying the
yeah.
practice has been helping. Yeah, Julia.
Julia, we can talk about that.
Yeah, for sure.
Seriously. Um,
Thank you for all these comments. It's so real because this is,
yeah.
we have and our phones. I recently was gifted something by someone and they put it in a bag that they had gotten from somewhere, and it was this company that had a little sleeve that they called the cell phone sleeping bag.
Oh, wow.
And I
Wow.
was like, I love this. And it's
Yes.
just, for you to come back to your life,
Yeah.
like,
Put your
and
phone to
I don't
bed.
know if anybody ever saw that video when, called Look Up. Did you ever see that video?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about the couple that meets because they're not on their cell phone. They're actually, looking around,
Yeah.
that they could have missed the opportunity to meet one another.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yes. And so here Heather's saying cultivating this practice helps so much. And that's a really good segue into practice, because that is why we're doing this. We're doing this to kind of hone our attention, our attentional capabilities, to help steady the mind so that we don't miss so much, that we connect in deeply with ourselves, with our emotional life, that we fully feel, and that we can also extend that outward, to be present with another human being when we're talking. Yeah, I mean, there's so many benefits, from this practice. So with that, I'm actually going to lead us off in a body scan, uh, and ask people to just select a posture that feels like it's going to be best for you this morning, and know that that standing is always a fine posture. So either standing or sitting. If you're especially tired, standing is a great way to start. So go ahead and settle in and see if you can surrender your weight into the support of the surface. Really allow the body to settle, to release into the support of the earth, maintaining a spine that is straight but not stiff. See if you can drop the shoulders, rest the arms and hands, and eyes open or closed, whatever feels best for you. And take a couple deep breaths as a way just to settle in, to settle any surface tension. Make the exhalation a little bit longer than the inhalation. And we'll begin by letting go of all that has happened so far today and releasing anticipation of what's to come. Bringing the mind and the body together in this moment. Arriving in this place, in this moment, and noticing sound in the room or outside of the room around you. So just hearing, engaging hearing. And allowing sound to remain in the background and beginning to bring the awareness back inward to the whole body. And let's bring attention now to the very top of the head. And noticing sensation or lack of sensation. Bringing awareness down over the sides of the head, including the ears and the back of the head. See what's there, sensation or not. Coming around now to the face, so the forehead, the eyes, the nose, cheeks, mouth and jaw, including the tongue. Isolating this part of the body. Noticing sensation or a lack of sensation, and softening to the degree that you can. And moving awareness down over the neck, including the shoulders, the upper arms, elbows, forearms, and hands. Noticing what's there. Perhaps noticing a point of contact or other sensation in the arms and the hands. Bringing awareness now to the torso. So the front of the body, the back of the body, internally, with a lens of kindness and softening, receiving whatever is there. Coming down now over the hips and thighs. And again, noticing perhaps a point of contact or other sensation or lack of sensation. And bringing awareness now to the knees, so the top of the knees, the sides, the back of the knee. And moving down to the calves, both the left and the right, and the shins. Moving to the ankles, to the feet. So the tops and the toes, the bottom of the feet, the soles of the feet, and the heels. Isolating this region of the body and receiving sensation or noticing lack of sensation. And release. And for a moment, let's return to whole body awareness. So let your full awareness around the whole body, feeling internally the sensations that are making themselves known. And let's begin now to narrow the focus of attention and see if we can find an anchor, a stabilizing force for the wandering mind. Knowing that the mind will wander. We're not trying to stop thought. Just simply seeing that when a thought has slipped in unnoticed and we notice it, that we release it and we return to tracking either breath sensation, another body sensation, such as the hands resting on the thighs and the points of contact there, or another point of contact. Sound is also fine if there is a consistent sound in your background. You can use that to return the wandering mind to help stabilize and steady, calibrate. So as you breathe in and breathe out, where in the body do you notice the sensations? Where are they most prominent? So tracking the breath in, tracking the breath out. Again, feeling the sensation. Where is it most noticeable? And if breath is difficult for you this morning, you can use another body sensation or sound. So I'm going to be silent now for the next few minutes. And each time you notice that the mind has wandered into thought, simply make a soft mental note, thinking, soften the body, and return to your anchor over and over again. Noticing where the mind is. Soft mental note, thinking, soften, and return to your anchor. And as we bring this meditation to a close, may we be peaceful and at ease. May our heart be soft and open. May we be safe and protected, and our bodies healthy and strong. And may the merit or any merit of our practice be for the benefit of all beings everywhere. And as you feel ready, if your eyes were closed, you can go ahead and open the eyes and take a moment to reorient to the space that you're in. Take a little bit of a stretch.
Thank you so much, Tara.
Yeah.
A body scan couldn't have been more perfect for this time. So thank you for it.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, sometimes when I just in my own practice, I'll just kind of jump right into the sitting practice. But I feel like the body is like it's considered the first foundation of mindfulness, and that the body often knows things before the mind, before the rational mind. So it's really important to physically like tap into the body to feel physical sensations in the body. It's just a good way to start practice. Yeah, and just throughout the day, what's happening now? Like how are things, whether they're pleasant or unpleasant, or neither unpleasant or pleasant, just really noticing with a receptive kind of allowance of what is. Easier said than done, but
Yes, for sure.
yeah.
And the fact what you've mentioned about the body, and just that reminder that the body, when we connect with our body, we're in the present moment, because the body is always in
Yes.
the present moment.
Yes. Yes.
So that in
Yeah.
itself is just it's a revelation.
Right.
We don't realize it until we connect, and we're like, wow, I can't really, when I'm connecting with this sensation, I can't really think about anything else.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
mind,
Yes.
like my
Yeah.
husband always reminds me, you multitasking is not a thing. It just,
Yeah.
the brain doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And Michelle, yeah, I tend to include several minutes of silence. So I'm glad that worked.
Yeah. I think it's important to, like we've
Yeah,
mentioned
Jennifer.
in prior
Yeah.
sessions, that it's good practice for those of us that think we can't be in silence. Many of us think, oh, it's my mind's just going to keep going. And yeah, it is, but there's something we can do about that too. We have
Yeah.
a choice to how to
Yeah.
handle that.
And if there's too much guidance, like the guidance is talking all the way through, I think that there can be a place for that. But then you don't actually get to just feel the silence and work with the body. So they're both fine, but yeah.
Yeah, Jennifer's saying,
Yes.
connecting with the body and knowing things before the mind. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I've been in body good frequently throughout the day. Yeah. Soften, grounding. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, it is. And many times my training has told me, and yours as well, Tara, that many times it's not good for people to connect with the breath. For those that have anxiety, for those that
Right.
had
Right.
trauma in their lives, any
Yes.
type of trauma, it can
Yes.
be very, very unnerving to
Yeah.
connect with the breath. So connecting with the body is such a good option.
Yeah, another or sound, it's fine. I always say in some ways it doesn't really matter what you choose as that anchor. What matters is the quality of awareness you can bring to that thing. And for trauma and things like that, movement practices, that's where I tend to go, or suggest that people, engage movement, doing walking meditation. And gradually moving into a stillness practice. But
Or even yoga. Yeah.
yeah, yes.
Sheila, you've mentioned, can you put your final comments takeaway in the chat? Do you understand that? I'm not sure.
You know what I'm wondering if it is, well, where I come
Closing.
with that question is if if we are missing one of the best violinists in the world, playing the most intricate, complex music ever written with a violin worth $3.5 million, what else are we missing? And so that, you know, to really hold that question, I would say, you know, hold that question throughout the day, and that these practices are cultivating awareness, presence, focus.
Was that it, Sheila?
I don't know if that was it or not.
Oh, you know what? It's the May,
Oh,
they are
yes,
the sharing of the meta.
yes. So may I be peaceful and at ease. May my heart be soft and open. May I be safe and protected, and my body healthy and strong. So may I be peaceful and at ease. May my heart be soft and open. May I be safe and protected, and my body healthy and strong.
I'm typing this in.
Oh, you are? Okay. And then you can offer it to like a person who's important to you. You could think of a neutral person. You could think of a person who's difficult for you. So you can, you know, expand these practices.
Yeah. No, I love ending that way as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Sheila, thank you for that reminder, because
Yes.
and everybody has a different way of saying it, and I love the way Tara says it. So
And
thank you all
I
for
just
joining.
made these up. So anybody, you can come up with phrases that work for you. You can use these. You could use a combination of both. Like, would be nice to have this in the Facebook group too. Yeah. Yeah, sounds good.
I think for some reason we're losing our feed, and I will, Tammy. Yeah, Tammy, we'll add that. That's a great recommendation.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you,
so
Sheila.
happy to see so many of you here this morning, and really staying. We're at 9:01, and I just want to respect everyone's time. But and Suzanne, thank you for your willingness to lead us this morning as you're on your way to an appointment. It's always so good to see your smiling face.
It worked out great, and I think it all can work. So thank you to everyone, and we'll be here next week on Tuesday with Christine O'Shaughnessy. So always so wonderful to have her here. So thank you again, Tara, for being here as always.
Thank you.
And thank you for everyone joining. We'll see you all soon, and have a nice end of the week. And if you're in the area, keep warm this weekend. Stay cozy and put some candles on. All right, enjoy, and see you soon.
Okay, bye everybody.
Bye.